If you own a BMW, there will be a day in your life when you have some Vanos problem, and the indication is you have a rough start, or you get codes on your diagnostic that say something about Vanos, right, or timings, and that's when you need to either replace them or clean them. You can try to clean them by taking them out and spraying some brake fluid or some cleaner and let it really dry and clean and then put them back, but a lot of the times you need to replace them. Now when you work on this job, what not to do is more important than what you do, right? There are many videos, good videos showing what to do. I'm going to tell you what to do as well as what not to do, and 5 things to avoid when you are doing this job. When you make mistakes there, it might cost you hundreds of dollars if you follow those do not do things. So stay with me. Hello my friends, today we are going to replace these Vanos solenoids on BMW E93. Now this is a 328i 2011. So the procedure is pretty much similar for all 328i and any cars with N92 engines. So you can follow this method. To work on this job, you need this 10 mm socket. So each of the Vanos has a 10 mm bolt that you need to remove. If you're doubtful whether your Vanos are leaking, a good way to check is use this kind of a mirror. You get these online very cheap, and so they are extended. You can make them longer by pulling, and you can adjust the angle. So you can use this to see the area, and you can visually see if there's a leak at where the oil is coming from. If there's a lot of oil and black soot, what you can do is do a pressure wash, so that way everything is clean, and then you drive for some time and then check. So that way you can see if there's any fresh leak rather than trying to look through all the black oil tar. Okay, and then after you install, it's not necessary, but you can also check like this if you did it right or not. So my first tip is going to be put some rag or paper under the area so that you have some cover there. The major problem while doing this is sometimes when you are trying to loosen the nut or the bolt, it comes out and then it falls. Once it falls under, it goes under the engine or somewhere, and it's very difficult to retrieve. So what that means is then you have to wait for getting a bolt. You might order online or go to a shop, but it's going to take few days and then you are stuck with it. Now my second tip is don't go for very cheap parts. Maybe for other jobs you can use, but for this one the BMW engine is very finicky, and in my experience, whenever you put very cheap ones, they don't last. You start getting problem right away, or you get leaks. So use a good quality Vanos solenoid. If you just need to replace the O-ring, that also get a good quality one, because if it starts leaking, then you have to redo the job. So this one is BMW 328i with N92 engine, but pretty much the process is very similar for other models as well. Now my third tip is replace them one at a time. Both of those Vanos cylinders or solenoids have the same part. Basically it's the same one. You can interchange them. You can even try to put one and see the code goes away, and if not, then try to put another one or switch them. So you can do all that. Now my tip here is do one at a time, so that way where the connections were. If you remove both of these connections, either you need to remember which one connected to which one, or just do one at a time. Another good way to do is mark one of them so that you know which one goes where. The tool you need is 10 mm socket and a flathead screwdriver. So, we are going to start with basically taking this clip, and if you put the screwdriver and do like this, bolt on this, use your 10 mm and then basically turn it. So, that will loosen it. One thing to remember here, and this is my tip number 3, is once it is loose, try to remove it with hand and make sure you hold it. Basically, once again if you drop it, it's very difficult to retrieve. The paper is going to help you to retrieve it, but if you just keep contact with the bolt, it's much easier. You can just basically hold on to it and then take it out. Once it is loosened, it's not difficult to just turn it with your fingers and take it out. So, first thing first, to start, take a picture of the area. You can take a picture. It's a little bit difficult, but you can still take a picture. That will basically remind you where the wires go and which wire goes where. So, number 1, do one at a time. Even though these two Vanos are interchangeable and you can replace take out at the same time, you might forget which wire was connected to which one. So, I like to do it one at a time. That basically gives me a comfort that okay, I connected it well, or maybe mark the wires or whichever way works for you. Basically, you need to make sure you are connecting to the right one. The part is same for both of them. I ordered one online and it looks like this. So, my second tip is do not go for the cheapest ones. For other parts it is okay, but for this part what I have noticed is the car is very finicky, and in my experience the cheaper ones really do not last much. You might have different experience and others might have different experience, but go for a good brand. OEM is the best, but any other aftermarket good brand also will be good. The second way is a little bit above here. It's very hard to record, but it's very similar. So, I'm going to loosen that one also at the same time, right, but I'm going to replace one at a time. So, my first tip is going to be put some rag or paper under the area so that you have some cover there. The major problem while doing this is sometimes when you are trying to loosen the nut or the bolt, it comes out and then it falls. Once it falls under, it goes under the engine or somewhere, and it's very difficult to retrieve. So, what that means is then you have to wait for getting a bolt. You might order online or go to a shop, but it's going to take few days and then you are stuck with it. Took out the bolt and it looks like this. Just in case you lose it, I am just showing it. It's a 10 mm one. It is a good idea to put this in a safe place, because again if you lose it, it's difficult to find that. Next step is hold on to that solenoid, slowly pull it out. You will have to wiggle it a little bit because it's tightened there, but it will come out. So, wiggling it and slowly pulling out. Make sure to turn it like this so the O-ring will not fall off. And also sometimes the O-ring stays in there. So, make sure if it is there, gently just take it out and pull it aside. Here I said that the ring is on this. Actually, it's not a ring. That is just another ring, but there is another O-ring after that. So, the O-ring is in that hole. I'm going to just take it out. Okay, so this is how you retrieve the O-ring. Save everything just in case need them. Keep these parts with you for some time. Now next step is to put this new one in place. So hold on to the ring so that it doesn't fall off, right, and then insert in the same place where you took the other one from, and put it firmly, right. It goes pretty quickly, but then there is a little bit of last half a centimeter or half quarter inch. It won't go, so you have to push it and make sure it's all pushed until it's flushed, and then you're going to close it with the bolt. Try to push it all the way, it won't go. So what I did is I took out the O-ring and put it in that hole flush, and then I'm going to put this. It's going to be much easier doing that way, but again be careful not to let the O-ring fall or this other ring. So this is another ring here fall. To push the solenoid further, use both hands. So you can put one on that plastic part and second on the place where the nut goes, so that becomes a little bit easier to push it firmly in. It is difficult to record this with one hand, but basically that is the bolt, right. So you tighten it firmly. Okay, it's pretty tight now. Good. Now before I unhook those electrical connections on the second one, I'm going to put the first one back so I remember where it was coming from. So after this installation, I did a pressure wash, and it's so clean you won't believe. Now I know how clean it is, and after a week I'll check again to see if there is an oil, just in case you didn't tighten the bolts enough, or you didn't align or didn't put the O-ring properly. There is a chance of leak. Hopefully that doesn't occur. One of the Vanos out, and if you haven't put it back and you start the car, oil will come out of the it will forcefully come out of that hole, and you'll make a lot of mess, as well as lose the oil, and you'll have to then clean and do an oil change. So make sure once you take the Vanos out, you put them back and only then start the car. Once you start the car, hopefully the check engine light or service soon should be gone, unless there is another problem. All right, you can also check your diagnostic and see if the Vanos message has gone. It should be gone. If it is not, then maybe the installation was not right. You try to correct it, or it's another problem, and then you try to find the code. Okay, so with that you have successfully finished the job, and you saved at least $150 in installation cost. Thank you.